Prior restraint, constitutional doctrine that prevents the government from prohibiting speech or publication before the fact, generally held to be in violation of the First Amendment.
In Neer v. Minnesota, it was a court case of a controversial Minneapolis paper that Neer began to publish about the city's inhabitants and elected officials who were involved with the mob. To stop the further publishing of the offending paper, members of the state government called upon the previously unused statute, which declares that a malicious paper could be sued in the name of the state, which caused Neer to sue for his First Amendment rights. The reason as to why the Supreme Court ruled for Neer was because that the Minnesota state statute used to prevent the publication of the Saturday paper violated the 14th Amendment.
New York Times Co. reaffirmed the Supreme Court case of Neer v. Minnesota 1931 on prior restraint. The Times was the first paper to publish the Pentagon Papers because they were the first to receive them. When heard before the Supreme Court in 1971, it reaffirmed the principle of speech and press and removed the offensive order of the federal government to prevent the Pentagon Papers. Also, the First Amendment tolerates absolutely no prior judicial restraints of the press in the cases in which a document is a clear threat to national security.
The impacts of prior restraint in the Neer decision are a newspaper couldn't be shut down for printing a controversial story before or after publication. In the New York Times Co. decision, Nixon's public image will be hurt because it's not good to be seen as someone who wants to restrict the First Amendment in front of the public eye. Also, the government had to prove why the article was a threat to national security.
These cases contributed to our nation's love for freedom of press and speech. Because the Supreme Court made prior restraint essentially illegal, it has shaped America into what it is today. However, as we continue throughout history into the computer age, the protections provided by the court cases named become obsolete.
Yay!
Prior Restraint by Jesse Coleman and Isabella Texera.